What's that a distance, Sebastian? Motorcycles? BMX track? So it is Sunday, August 27th. A couple minutes past noon, 71 degrees out. And we're getting a good amount of sun right now. It's a mix of sun and clouds for the day, pretty much. Not as humid as yesterday. The Campanula is putting out a little bit more. Nasturtium's still going strong. Vinkavine over here kind of gave up the ghost though, so we have just these baskets here, and of course the trees over by the woodshed. Still crawling along. Misha's little catnip by the door there. Okay, I'm coming, child. Over here to the Campanula a little bit. Hey, where you going? Sebastian, you gonna come back for the garden? You sure? Did you want a treat? Sebastian, you want a treat? Alright, you go explore. Don't go far. I'm going to be looking at the hosta. So you could see that some of the colors are fading a little bit through. And the blossoms are mixed, but we still have plenty. And we still have some new in the back over there, and over that one too we still have new starting, and this new one here is already turning color as it just an absolute beautiful show this year. Who's a good boy? Oh, you're a good boy. Would you like a treat? You want a biscuit? Come here. Here. Good boy. All right. We gotta go share. We picked the last of the corn yesterday. I'll pop in a photo of the 4 ears we got. Again, not really huge, but there was actually, I think, one or two that there's actually a second smaller ear on there. And we have a lot of the squash blossoms in here. And waiting to see how many of them get pollinated. It's almost like they're catching up for lost time now. At least one looks like it was pollinated. I'll show that one to you here under the leaves in there. You see it? So that one there is getting bigger each day we check on it. But as this stuff likes to do out here now, it is all the way out, all the way reaching over to the arbor here. And spilling out, and it looks like 3 different places from the fence over that side. Chasing the sun. And I'm just looking. Oh, that's a vine wrapping around. If you look here, I'll zoom in. That's going right up into the metal roof there, so hopefully it reaches back out this way again. So there's that hydrangea. I'll swing around over here. Sunflowers. We have one that's open at the end, but I believe that during this week we're going to see a lot of these start opening around the yard. So that one, this one's just getting ready to. And all of them are presenting with crowns now, so. I haven't checked on I reported in on the hazelnuts the last couple of weeks, so they're starting to turn now, get a little darker, and it won't be too much longer before the squirrels are up here. Pulling those down. Purple bee balm. Nice and strong, still bringing in the fritillaries. And I do see a bumblebee in there too. When I was out this morning, it was still too damp for the bees to really get started. But sometimes they'll just nap right on the flower for the night and get a start in. Where are you, buddy? So this little sunflower here is still putting out. It's got multiples on this branch. Every branch has multiple as well down below here too. So there's a lot to go just on this one little sunflower. Liatris still blooming, and our red bee balm is still blooming, and actually some of it poked up a second little side stalk over here and there, over here. So even when that main flower is done, it's still got more to give. And unfortunately, the tiger lily, right, just from last week. Still putting out some of the lilies over here, and we have a couple more in the back as well. The sunflower here is also getting a nice big crown on it. These ones were the transplanted ones, so they're a little bit further behind. I think it just took them a little while to get more acclimated. And actually, looking at this one here, it looks to be one of the Spanish sunflowers, or the Mexican sunflowers. I did want to step over here because I've mentioned in the past we have this wild vine that's choking things off. But it does have very pretty flowers on it. So this morning I noticed that those flowers are out. And I was able to get a really good look and identify it. So that is known as American groundnut. And it's called that because there's a little, if you can trace the thick vine back to the ground and pull it up, there's little tubers on there that apparently taste like sweet potato. It is edible. Apparently the flowers are edible too. We actually saw some Sweet William over here. Where else did I see the flowers? Oh yeah, up in here. See some. So you see it kind of wraps around multiple vines, but they're a very pretty flower, and apparently they're quite fragrant. Oh yeah. Couldn't tell you exactly what kind of flower they smell like, but it does smell like something strong you'd find in a florist. Quite fragrant. I was also reading that some people will plant them in a garden. It's probably about 2 years to optimal harvest, but I guess that makes it easier to trace back the vines in the ground, because unfortunately these vines are all in the forest there. I wouldn't even know where to begin to look for them, but maybe someday I'll try that. So it is native. It's not invasive, but it is garden invasive because it does like to grab onto things and choke them, which is what we had the problem back here. So this thistle is done drying out, and over here you can see where the birds have actually been pulling out the tuft. And that one's all empty too inside. So a little bit left on this one here to work at. And all the pink back there. Is that the Stilby he was telling me about? Lots of nice little cones back there. Still have flowers on the meadowsweet. Some late lilies working in. Hydrangea. Couldn't be happier with this plant. It's been really easy to grow. We gave it a good spot. It really gets the snot beat out of it every winter with ice coming off the roof. And in the spring you wonder how many of the stalks are going to survive, if they're brittle, but then the new shoots start and it grows fast. And look how big some of these blossoms are. I mean, this one up here is absolutely massive. This one here, as big as my hand. Oh, and there's some dark clouds moving in again. So red bee balm again, right? These cones here are almost done, but then we still have some new shoots and coming up over here and here. And I think for this black-eyed Susan, that's all I see for shoots on that one. But again, it's a nice little show of color. Did you have a good run? Hopefully you weren't running too much. Always hate to see those laying down. We again, we got some heavy rain on Friday morning, and I think yesterday morning it was a little breezy and drizzly. But it actually cleared up pretty good, and we didn't really get any more thunderstorms for the day. Right, you still got purple dragon hiding down here near the bridge. You check that fountain now. Stay. Good boy. You're getting to be a real ham for the camera. Yes, you are. Here. Who's your good boy? Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, someone's ready for his favorite part. And I know why. There's some exciting developments in the garden, aren't there? Yeah? Okay. We gotta change that water out, child. It's a little old, don't you think? Is it? It's raining on the shed right about here, and it's not raining over here. Okay. Look at, we're actually getting some flower head start on the dill. And the real sweet potato, still growing, getting bigger. These potatoes, look how established, right? They look pretty sad when we had to put those in the ground. Dee was playing around, found some of this, the Sweet William over here is getting a little longer. Huh? Sun shower. What's the matter? You don't want the rain, child? So we have so much on the pumpkins here. We have one down here, two, see him back there, nice orange pumpkin, look at that. That's three, there's four, there's five, there's six. And I got to start looking at these curlicues here, the ones that are closest to the stem. When they dry up, it means that it's ready. So again, I lost count where I was counting. But there's another one. And there's that one. And I still haven't dug around too deeply back there. But we already picked some potatoes this week. These two plants here where he's standing. Eggplants are slowly getting there. Look at that one there. That's almost the size of a baseball. And these guys here, a little bit longer, slightly different color. So the cucumber vines are definitely dying. We're going to pick any of the remaining cucumbers up here. Green peppers. Still going strong with the banana peppers. And more sunflowers. This one here in the center, that one's going to be open, yeah, maybe toward the end of today if it gets extra sunny in the afternoon. If not, definitely tomorrow. I'm keeping my eye on this cabbage here. This one is starting to look like it's getting inspired. I also noticed that on a couple of these broccoli that we cut, their side stems are putting out new little baby broccolis. The rain just brought the mosquitoes out. So I believe that these Mexican sunflowers here, they're starting to get their crowns set in the center. And this back alley here that has seen so much trouble from the rain, out of all the sunflowers, we did get one little one. Open it up. But oh yes, wait, there's more. More sunflowers. Have this guy over here. Getting hidden. Yeah, just get in. Yeah, we have, look at this beautiful one. So I forget what the type is, but you see how it's a lot fuzzier in the center there? Like the more tightly packed petals. And then we have this beauty here. And of course that big one up there, and its neighbor is actually getting taller than it. But we have our first Mexican sunflower open. I just got to watch where I stand, but straight up, and it's got more ready there. So sunflowers are going. I picked, it was 4 more tomatoes this week. We actually integrated some of those into sauce last night for dinner. Very tasty. This batch of sunflowers over here all look like they're going to be of the standard yellow variety, which is fine. Birds love them. Got little froggies. Oh, there's another little froggy over here. Hey, buddy. Beans, yes. So look how big some of these beans are getting now. They're really taking off. Hi, Spidey. Very happy to see. And just waiting at all the sunflowers here. Like I said, probably by next week, the majority of these sunflowers are going to be open. So, oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't stand at the rock and try to get a picture of the pumpkin patch from last week. Okay, heels up against the rock, and I think that's about where we take it. Get the fence in there. I think if I do that again next year, I'm going to have to, instead of being above it, kind of be along the side so you can see the total length. But you can also see in the center, you see the lighter colored yellowing. So some of those leaves are starting to get old. So handsome. But you notice the nasturtiums have been going all garden long, right? So the lilies have come and gone. You wait until now for things like the sunflowers to just get started. But the bee balm took its time getting started, but it's been going longer than all the lilies out there. This butternut here had a blossom on it, and there are some other flower heads on it. So it is trying very hard. All right. And just checking in our little orphan beans here from last week. Look how much bigger that's gotten. So some flowers. What do you say, child? I think I've donated enough blood to the mosquitoes. It's not going to last long. You see some clearing in the distance, but it's just enough. So that's it for August. Looking forward to the harvesting. I probably will have at least one pumpkin picked to show off for next week. We know we're going to have a lot of sunflowers. Nasturtium. You really have to appreciate the vines. He's going around and curling back and up and over again. All the way down. Look at that one. That one's reaching up to say hi to you. You handsome boy. Are you a handsome boy? You're a handsome boy. So yeah, I'm going to get in. The rain's not too bad, although Sebastian doesn't seem too fond of it, but the mosquitoes are bad. That's all I can do to keep the phone straight. They're biting my arms. And so I got the second row done. I got the third one started. I was making good progress all week. Every night after work, except Friday, I was able to work on it, and then everything got all soaked again. Real caked in mud and stuff. So, but I'm getting there, little by little. So there we are. Rapidly getting to the end of the growing season. But we still have some good stuff to look forward to. We're probably going to get out and pick most of the potatoes today. Everything that's ready. Like I said, the last of the cucumbers, we'll probably get those out so they don't start rotting. Well, Sebastian, here we go, baby. So thanks for watching, and I will send another video out next week.